Well, good evening, guys, ladies. Mark Pryor's home-based fitness tax coach and wealth coach, the CEO and founder of the Academy of Financial Education. And as always, guys, on behalf of myself and my beautiful wife and business partner, Mrs. Levita Pyers, the CFO of the Academy of Financial Education, we wish each and every one of you prosperity, financial freedom from the current system of debt, financial freedom from the plantation of taxation, and financial freedom from the limited income that you're penalized on from big corporations. And so, guys, that statement is going to make a lot of sense over the next few presentations. This is going to be part one. We want to take the opportunity, guys, to educate you about a great opportunity, a great company that is offering the ability for families to be able to simply change their lives by saving money. But unfortunately, I believe that thousands of people are missing out on this great opportunity because of the lack of information, the lack of knowledge about this incredible industry, and the lack of the tremendous benefits financially that it provides for their family. And so, guys, with that being said, let me go ahead and jump on the screen and set the stage. For those of you that are watching this on YouTube, I want you guys to do me a favor. I want you to go ahead and hit the like button, and I want you to hit the share button. I also want to make sure that you guys are subscribed to my channel, that every time that I come on, guys, you receive a notification. You don't want to miss the following presentations that ties to this one. I'm telling you, it's going to be epic, okay? And so if you're following me on Facebook Live, guys, make sure that you also hit the like button, comment on the video. Let us know what you learned from this information. Let us know if you actually got some value from it. And remember, guys, that you can also follow us on Facebook as well. I believe somewhere in the right corner or left corner, there's a button that you can click on to follow us on Facebook. All right, guys, let's get right into the presentation. So over the course of the next few minutes, guys, we're going to be talking about some information about a great company called KaratBars International. But before we get into that presentation, guys, first of all, we got to take the opportunity to inform you. We got to take the opportunity to inform the masses that the myth about network marketing and KaratBars International is costing families tens of thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars over their lifetime. Let me say that again. The myth about network marketing or direct sales or KaratBars International is costing individuals and families millions of dollars over the course of their lifetime. And so what I want to do, guys, is I want to take the opportunity to share with you directly from the source themselves, the IRS. I believe that documentation beats conversation. And so what we want to do, guys, is we want to give you the information again directly from the source, the IRS, about the industry of network marketing and direct sales. Okay, so let me go ahead and downsize this a little bit. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type right here in the search box. Again, we're on the IRS website, www.irs.gov, better known as the Internal Revenue Services, or the entity that many people have been somehow taught to be afraid of. So what I want to do, guys, is I'm going to type in the search box, network marketing. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and hit search. I want to get the IRS definition. I want to get the IRS information. I want to get the IRS to speak a little bit about what network marketing is. Now, typically, most people think that network marketing is some sort of pyramid scheme, okay? I want to put it into that myth because it is costing families the ability to achieve true financial freedom. And so, guys, what we're looking at right here is publication 519. Again, we are on the IRS website. I want to go down here and we're going to read some information from the IRS about what? network marketing. So let me go ahead and expand this page so you guys can see this. And you guys can read right along with me. Again, I believe, along with my beautiful wife, guys, that documentation beats conversation. Everything else is someone's opinion, okay? And so what I want to do is I want to read what the IRS says here about network marketing, okay? And so I'm going to highlight that area. Let's go ahead and get started. So the IRS says, and I quote, certain companies sell products through a multi-level marketing arrangement, such as an upper tier distributor. Now, I want to break this down right here. Such as a upper tier distributor. Typically, someone says, that sounds like the person that is trying to recruit someone inside of one of those get-rich pyramid schemes. But here the IRS says, and we're going to read that one more time, guys. I want to make sure that you don't misconstrue this and you don't miss this. Multi-level marketing, certain companies sells products through a multi-level marketing arrangement, such as upper tier distributors who has sponsored a lower tier distributor. Wow. So here the IRS is identifying sponsoring someone sponsoring someone into a company. Okay. Let's continue. Is entitled to a payment from the company based on certain activities of the lower distributor. Wow, so many times I hear people say, well, you're just making money off of someone else. That sounds like, again, one of those get-rich pyramid schemes. Here the IRS says, and I think it's important that we really dissect this. Certain companies sell products through multi-level marketing arrangements, such that an upper tier distributor who has sponsored, who has recruited a lower tier distributor is entitled to a payment from who? The company, based on certain activities of that lower tier distributor. Okay, it doesn't mean because that person is titled here a lower tier distributor that that person's at the bottom of the pyramid scheme. Just means that that person was invited to take a look at a opportunity to be able to build a legacy for them and their family by someone else. Let's continue. The IRS goes on to explain, generally, depending on the facts, payments from such multi-level marketing companies to independent non-employees. See, you are self-employed, you are self-dependent, you are independent of an employer. Let me say that again, okay? That's so powerful. That right there is so powerful. Why did the IRS feel that it was important to make this statement? Generally, depending on the facts, payments from such multi-level marketing companies to independent non-employees, distributors, upper tier distributors that are based on the sales or purchases of a person whom they have sponsored. Wow. Okay. Remember, guys, this is not Mark Pyers. This is not Levita Pyers. This is the IRS, aka the Internal Revenue Services. And I want to read that paragraph one more time because it is just that powerful. Because I know thousands of people have overlooked this opportunity because of several words that were actually spoken right here. One is sponsoring, recruiting. One is earning money off of someone else's effort. Let's read it again. Generally, depending on the facts, payments from such multi-level marketing companies to independent non-employee distributors, aka upper tier distributors, that are based on the sales or purchases of a person whom they have sponsored, which in this case they're calling the lower tier distributor, the person that came in next the person that was sponsored by someone. Lower tier distributors constitute income for the performance of personal services in recruiting. What? Oh, let me go back to this one. This right here should be like a drop the mic moment. Okay. Lower tier distributors constitutes income from the performance of personal services in recruiting, training, and supporting the lower tier distributor. Let me take an opportunity to just expound on that for a moment of what the IRS actually means. You see, when my wife and I share our primary business opportunity, it's our business, and we're sharing with others that they can start their own business within this great company. Okay, that's called sponsoring someone. You know, it's no different than you joining the Army, the Navy, or the Marines, right? They're recruiting our children to go fight wars. Well, we're recruiting people to go fight the financial wars that they're dealing with when they go to work and they get their paycheck, and all of a sudden 35% of it is missing in the form of federal taxes, state taxes, Social Security taxes, and Medicare taxes. Okay, the taxes are competing with them being able to pay their bills and maintain a livelihood. Yet the opportunity of network marketing removes all of those penalties. And so when you're sponsoring someone within a network marketing company, the IRS just said that the upper tier distributor, the sponsor, is entitled to compensation from who? Not the person that they brought into the business, but from the company. It's called her word of mouth advertisement. Okay, we'll talk about that a little bit more here in a moment. Okay, so let's go back and finish taking a look at that information. And so the IRS says again, and I'll read the entire paragraph, guys, without pausing. Generally, depending on the facts, payments from such multi-level marketing companies to independent non-employee distributors, upper tier distributors, that are based on the sales or purchases of a persons whom they have sponsored, lower tier distributors, constitute income from the performance of the personal service in recruiting, training, and supporting the lower tier distributors. Wow. Okay, let me keep going, guys. It says the source of such income is generally based on where the services of the upper tier distributors are performed and may, depending on the facts, be considered multi-year compensation with the source of income determined over the period in which such compensation is attributed. Okay, now let's jump down to the next paragraph and let's validate what the IRS says is a network marketer. It says a network marketer is a self-employed individual. If you're self-employed, you determine the source of your compensation for labor or personal services from self-employment on the basis that most currently reflects the proper source of your income under the facts and circumstances of your particular case. In this case, guys, we're talking about what? We're talking about the industry of network marketing. We're talking about the industry of entrepreneurship. We're talking about the industry of free enterprise. Okay. Now, I want to go back up here to the search box and when I type in direct sales. We're going to type in direct sales companies. I want to see what the IRS says about direct sales companies, because sometimes network marketing is also called direct sales. Okay, so let me see if I can expand this a little bit more. So it looks like I can't blow this up, guys. So hopefully you guys can see this on your screen. Okay, now here again is the IRS, the Internal Revenue Services. And I want you to read the title here, okay? The IRS says, and I quote, tax tips for direct sellers. You mean the IRS is giving away tax tips? They're giving you, they're helping you understand how to maximize your tax advantages. Let's go ahead and read what the IRS says about direct sales. The IRS says, and I quote, some people's, plural guys, you see the S, some people's income is based on their sales and not on the number of hours they work. They are known as direct sellers. Sometimes there is confusion. Wow. This one sentence right here should set you back in your seat and give you an opportunity to think. Why would the IRS say this? Why would the IRS say that sometimes there's confusion? Confusion about what? Well, let's read it. It says sometimes there is confusion regarding the special set of tax rules that applies to direct sellers. I definitely got to pause right there and jump on the screen and have an intelligent financial educational conversation. Here is the IRS saying to you, sometimes there's confusion. Sometimes there's misconceptions. Sometimes there are people that are giving their opinion about what they believe or what sounds too good to be true about the tremendous tax savings, about the tremendous tax advantages. Okay, that's a quote from the IRS about the tremendous tax rules that apply to entrepreneurs, self-employed individuals, network marketers, or direct sales individuals, which are all the same but have different titles. Wow. The IRS wants you to understand that there is sometimes, guys, a misunderstanding. And so the IRS says sometimes there's confusion regarding the special. That means that someone isn't special. Someone isn't getting the special set of tax rules that applies to who? To direct sellers. And so if the IRS says that sometimes there's confusion regarding the special set of tax rules that applies to direct sellers, that means that they don't apply to employees. I just thought I'd break that down. I don't want you guys to miss out on millions of dollars over the course of your lifetime. Okay, let's continue. And I'm still quoting the IRS. This is not Mark Pyers or Levita Pyers information. This is directly on the IRS website. The IRS goes on to continue to explain. It says, this fact sheet, the 17th in the tax gap series, is designed to help direct sellers better understand the rules so that they can get the most out of their deductions and pay their fair share of taxes. Let me read this again. Remember, guys, this is not Mark Pyers. This is the IRS, aka the Internal Revenue Service, the entity that people are losing hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every year from going to work, trading their time for money on their job, but because they didn't get the financial memo when they went and signed up in the educational school system that don't teach financial education, they've been robbed of thousands of dollars and some people millions of dollars over their working lifetime. Okay, let's read this one paragraph again. The IRS says, and I quote, this fact sheet, not this assumption sheet, not this someone's opinion, this fact sheet, the 17th in the tax gap series, is designed, they created this to help direct sellers better understand the rules so they can do what? So they can get the most out of their tax deductions and pay their fair share of taxes if there's any to pay. They go on to say the largest portion of the tax gap, or the amount of tax that goes unpaid each year, results from taxpayers underreporting their taxable income. Most people want to pay their fair share of taxes, Guys, we believe that everyone should pay whatever amount of taxes that you legally owe and not a dime more. And that could be zero. Okay. Most people want to pay their fair share of taxes, but many simply need a better understanding of their obligations. Okay, I gotta talk about that for a minute. Need a better understanding of their obligations. What the IRS has just subscribed to you is a service that my wife and I offer, okay? And it's going to be ending here pretty soon. It's called My Tax Report Card. The IRS just said, and I'm going to go back and read it again, guys. I'm repeating this information because sometimes, we get distracted. Sometimes we have our own self-thought, our own self-opinion about something that we have no knowledge about. And it's costing us not only time, but it's costing us money, okay? A lot of people are in fear of the three-letter word IRS, and they're in fear of the IRS, not because the IRS kicked their door in, not because the IRS took them to jail, not because the IRS took their money, not because the IRS took their parents and locked them up forever, because they tried to manipulate a system that they were not knowledgeable about, because the tax system is not taught to the masses in the traditional educational system. And so sometimes we listen to people that's more screwed up than we are. We take their opinion, we apply it to our situation, and what happens? We end up owing the IRS more money than we should have paid them in the first place. Okay. My tax report card. You can find information about that at www.mytaxreportcard.com. Here, the IRS just said you should get knowledgeable about how much taxes you should or should not pay. You should be informed. I say it all the time. The Bible says, my people are destroyed from the lack of knowledge. That didn't come from me. That came from the creator of all men and women and children. My people that I created, that I gave a mind to think, are being destroyed from the lack of knowledge, not from the lack of money, from the lack of knowledge. Wow. So let's go back and read that again. The IRS says the largest portion of the tax gap, or the amount of tax that goes unpaid each year, results from taxpayers underpaying their taxable income. Most people want to pay their fair share in taxes, but many simply need a better understanding of their tax obligations. Okay, I got to wrap this up, guys, and we're going to get to part 2 tomorrow. Let's go through this. And so the IRS continues, says direct sellers include any of the following: a person who sells consumer products in the home or a place of business other than their permanent retail establishment. Okay, this is not brick and mortar businesses. Okay, a person who sells consumer products on a deposit or commission basis, or to other persons who will sell the products in the home or place of business. A person who delivers or distributes newspapers or shopping guides, okay? The next paragraph says direct sellers have certain things in common. Their compensation is related to the sales rather than the number of hours they work, such as a job. Direct sellers have certain things in common. They don't trade time for money. Their compensation is related to the sales rather than the number of hours worked. Services are performed on a written contract between the seller and the person from whom they sell or perform the services. Let me read that again. Okay, this is a network marketing company that you decide to partner up with. Maybe get a business package. Okay. It says services are performed on a written contract between the seller and the person for whom the seller performs the services. Okay. And the contracts involved provide that sellers are not treated as employees for tax federal purposes. They are not considered employees. They are entrepreneurs. They are independent contractors. They are self-employed. They are self-independent. They control their time. let's talk about the income sources of direct sellers, okay? The IRS goes on to explain even further. Direct sellers report income on Form 1040 Schedule C, which is a business form. The various forms of income a direct seller may need to report might include, listen very closely, guys, sales. Maybe you sold some products. Listen to this one. Commissions, bonuses, or percentages of income received for sales and the sales of others who work for the seller. Okay, I am going to pause right there and jump back on the screen. What the IRS just said in a very simplistic sentence is that if I share with you a tremendous home-based business opportunity that is offered by a traditional network marketing or direct selling company, and you sign up under my link, and you go out and you're responsible for, let's say, $1,000 of product being purchased from the company, you're going to earn your direct commission, okay? You're going to earn all 100% of your compensation, but the company is going to compensate me because of my word of mouth to share the opportunity with you on how you can do what? Well, first, establish yourself a home-based business. Why? It's the greatest opportunity to reduce your taxes legally, ethically, and morally. The IRS said that. We just talked about that. It's the greatest opportunity for you to earn additional income without having to require 8 to 12 hours of your time. Are you getting a second job? The IRS says that their income, their compensation is not tied to the amount of hours that they work. The IRS just said that marked hires would be entitled from the company a commission on the sales of others. See, so while you're in business for yourself, you're not in business by yourself. And so if you're on our team, we're going to help you do what? We're going to help you make money. We're going to educate you on saving money. And when you go out and share that with others, and that volume comes in, and the company is selling product, that's called word of mouth advertisement. See, the company only pays when the product is sold. A commission is only paid when a profit from the product is sold. And the companies decide to share within the profit with the individuals and distributors that decides to partner up with that company. Okay. Wow. This is so powerful, man. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. So commission, bonuses, are percentages of income received for the sales and the sales of others who work for the seller, not work for Mark Pyers, not work for Levita Pyers, for the seller. The seller is a company in which you have established your contract with. That is a seller, okay? It also goes to talk about prizes and gifts received from the selling business. A lot of network marketing companies offer trips and prizes, okay? Product received from meeting certain sales quotas. That's all about network marketing and direct sales. It says direct sellers must include all their income received on the tax return, regardless of whether or not he or she received a information return, usually known, guys, as a 1099 miscellaneous, okay? You don't have to spend a lot of time wondering about that form. The company in which you signed up with will send you a 1099 at the end of the year to report on your taxes, okay? It says a seller who sells at least $5,000 in products to a buyer for resale anywhere other than a permanent retail establishment is required to report the sales by checking item number 9 on the 1099. Okay, guys. So we're not going to get into all of this in this particular presentation, guys. We'll come back on the second presentation and we'll wrap this up, and then we'll talk about a little bit of the tremendous tax savings, a little bit of the tax advantages. We'll talk about, more importantly, what I want you guys to take away from here is I want you to know that if you don't have a home-based business, if you're not operating a home-based business, and this is a two-part, if you don't have a home-based business, if you're not operating a home-based business, and you're tax informed, you understand the tremendous benefits, not only know what they are, but how to apply them to yourselves, how to walk into your job and give yourself a instant pay raise without your boss or your CEO getting the vote. Okay, how to eliminate the pain from taxation on your compensation from your big corporation that you trade your time for. Okay, how to legally become tax-free in the United States of America. Okay, and build an independent income that you can pass that legacy down to your children and your grandchildren. That's what you're going to learn through these presentations. That's what the IRS just said to you network marketing and direct sales is. But you won't be got that information in school, okay? And so the IRS goes on, guys, and talks about the expense issue. Direct sellers can generally deduct ordinary and necessary business expenses. However, startup costs, and we won't get into this, guys, startup costs are typically capital expenses, but you can deduct up to $5,000. You can see that right here. You can deduct up to $5,000 in startup costs this year. The average network marketing company wouldn't cost you more than $5,000, and many companies only cost you a few $100s, but they save you thousands of dollars. I just want to point out something. What if you got started in your network marketing company and you had $5,000 in legal, ethical, and moral tax deductions? Would that be a good day? That'd be a great day, okay? So guys, not only are you able to write off the expense to get started right here, IRS, it's not Mark Pyers, it's not Levita Pyers, okay? The IRS says that your startup expenses are tax deductible. So what is your risk? Your risk is not getting started. And so guys, in training number 2, we're going to talk about this great company, KaratBars International. But what I want to do is I want to tell you a little bit about the great founder and the CEO of this company. His name is Mr. Harold Seitz. He is the CEO and founder of this company. KaratBars International started in 2011. It is a debt-free company. It owes no one anything. Its product is money. But I want to read to you Mr. Harold Seitz' mission statement. I think it's important that you guys understand the mission that we're on. And here we go. Again, CEO and founder of KaratBars International, Mr. Harold Seitz. He said, my mission is to produce the highest quality of gold available in the market. Make it easily accessible to the masses of honest people around the world at a price point that everyone can afford. My goal is to help millions find financial freedom from the current system of debt. With KaratBars, you can achieve that, my friend. I want to break down this mission statement because so many people, the moment that they hear about our great product gold, they go to Google and they want to start to do their research. KaratBars International has over 500,000 affiliates and customers. Currently now operating in 120 countries. KaratBars International is not on trial. And so sometimes people go to the internet and they want to research the price of gold, but they don't own any gold. They've never owned any gold. They don't have any gold now. And then they want to come back and they want to do what I always say the poor people do that the wealthy people don't do. They miss the opportunity because they trip over dimes. They trip over dollars, I should say, chasing dimes, okay? And so they go find a price of gold on the internet and they come back and say, I found gold for $3 less than I can get it in KaratBars. And they forgot about the tremendous tax savings. They forgot about the tremendous opportunity to earn from sharing with others how to get financially free from the plantation of taxation. They forgot that they actually get paid when people save money, not spend money in real money gold. And so I want to break this mission statement down here. Mr. Harold Seitz says, it is my mission to produce the highest quality of gold available in the market. He's done that. Our product is 999.9 24 karat currency graded gold. It comes from the highest graded refineries in the entire world. He said, I want to make it easily accessible to the masses of honest people around the world at a price point that everyone can afford. Not the lowest price of gold in the world. He said at a price point that everyone can afford. He's accomplished that. So don't waste your time going Googling, because when you go Google the price of gold, it means that you didn't understand the opportunity that no matter what you buy gold for, with the money that you go to your job to earn, you're paying 30 to 35% income taxes on that money that you have to factor back into the price. But when you start a home-based business, the IRS says most people, and many times it is misunderstood. There's confusion about the tremendous tax savings that are afforded to a network marketer, direct sales individual, home-based business owner, or self-employed entrepreneur, which again, they all are the same. And so guys, I hope you got value from this. Again, this is part one. And part two, guys, we are going to get into the compensation plan. We're going to talk about KaratBars International in detail. We're going to share with you, my friend, in video training number 3, which most likely will not be posted online, how to be able to maximize your tax advantages with your great opportunity with KaratBars International. We're going to share with you how to walk into your job and give yourself an instant pay rate. We're going to show you how to get free. We're going to do it directly from the IRS. And again, guys, we're going to show you how to do it with the greatest product in the entire world, and that's money. Gold is money, and everything else is debt. And so with that being said, guys, again, my name is Mark Pyers, home-based business tax coach and wealth coach, CEO and founder of the Academy of Financial Education. And on behalf of myself and my beautiful wife and business partner, Mrs. Levita Pyers, guys, we won't see you at the top. No, we're going to see you on the informed side, because that is where the wealthy information resides. Okay. Remember, www.theinformedside.com or www.mytaxreportcard.com. Guys, with that service, you can learn, or am I overpaying my taxes? Am I underpaying my taxes? How much money am I going to lose in taxes if I don't establish myself a home-based business? And you can find out now before December 31st, because guys, in 130 days from today, the doors are going to close, and all of the money that you've lost because you did not operate a home-based business will forever be gone. And so with that being said, guys, we'll see you guys on training number 2. Thank you for your time and attention. Remember, www.theinformedside.com.